I like the little gif of a cat emotionally supporting another cat taking a shit.
Yeah, I use that one a lot, unfortunately. I'm sure you can imagine why.
Just there morally supporting people while they're taking a dump.
Well, in reality, that cat wants to poop and it's trying to
It's
fucking
like,
move it
please.
along.
So you send it to Brittany all the time because you guys only have one toilet?
Oh boy.
I'm taking that as a yes.
All right. Do you have any preamble? Because I
My
kind of
preamble
don't.
is asking about your shit schedule now.
My shit schedule?
Yeah. How often do you send that gift to Brittany or vice versa? Because one of you needs the shitter.
I mean, so, once a month maybe, but like we feel it every day.
I'm
Now
emotionally there every day. It just only hits critical mass once a month.
she's got OCD and she like has to be the last one to use the bathroom, which is
Mhm.
fine until it's not. Um, like
Sorry, I'm laughing because I also have bathroom OCD. So when I'm at your house, I feel like it gets so fucked up.
so like I usually don't care. I just like for like the first hour and a half, the bathroom is like a I don't know if it's a man thing or if it's just me, but like I wake up, I get a little bit of caffeine, I go in the bathroom, and then like I'm there. I
Yeah.
am shitting, I'm brushing my teeth, I am showering, I'm getting ready for the day. Like I unpeel myself as a human and then show the vulnerable creature that I am inside in just this square room. This is my moment of vulnerability.
Hmm.
And then I make myself up. I slather on all kinds of human stuff before I go out into the world.
Zip
So
yourself
like I
back into your
hate,
skin.
yeah, so I hate any kind of interruption. And like Brittany cannot sleep unless she goes pee.
Yeah.
That's it's an OCD thing. I think that's really like the only big OCD thing she has, but it is like a weird programming thing I've noticed. So like sometimes she's still awake when I get up, because she's a night owl and I have to work. So I will get up and I will like come out and like she'll say, "Oh, hello," and then she'll go into the bathroom, and then I'm getting my caffeine, and then she comes out and she's like, "Oh, by the way, this." She'll say something, and then go back into the bathroom. Uh, and then she like I hear the door open and then the bedroom door open, and then the bathroom door close. So she's in there a third time. And what I have to do is like, I cannot talk to her because that'll interrupt it.
The cycle, yeah.
And what I've noticed is that she is a programming language. She's a C++ programming language. You know, the kind of languages that uses like ifs and then statements,
Yep.
where it's like A, then B, then C. And then an if or a then statement is like, I'm butchering C++, I'm sorry, but like, so like those statements are like A to B, if X, then proceed to this. She doesn't like have that, so if she's not, like, if she goes pee and then like talks to me, the cycle's interrupted. She has to
Yeah.
start over from the start. And then before she could go to bed. She cannot sleep unless this exact flowchart happens. If she comes out and she goes into the bathroom and then like or goes into the bedroom and takes like 0.2 seconds longer because she like starts looking at a funny picture or something, that she's like, "Uh-oh, I gotta pee." I've learned to like navigate around this. It sucks, but like, you know, it's whatever. But like I definitely try to like instill you go as many times as you need to, but when I shut that door, you don't fucking exist. Understand this. Like, I've got my
This is
own
the
weird
line.
things too.
I need to unzip my flesh suit, and it requires this onslaught of time. You can have
Being a
everything
married
before and after.
Being a married couple, like most people like pee in front of each other. I kind of don't. I respect my vulnerability as a creature. Like, this is my box. It's my box. So like sometimes I will be in the bathroom and she'll be like, "Hey, I need to use the bathroom. So when you hop in the shower, can you unlock the door?" And I say no, because I clocked in. This is my time. You understand that? You were given thrice. Thrice. So look, my shower, 20 minutes. You're gonna have to wait 20 minutes. You need to understand that. I didn't mean to go into this preamble of like, I hate my wife.
No, I actually really love this because I also have weird bathroom ritual things that are very similar to what you're talking
Everybody
about with Brittany.
does.
And I just think it's so funny because I'm like, yeah, I get that. I get all of this. I get the being like, please God, don't come in for the 20 minutes that I'm in here. And I get the I'm using the bathroom. You've now interrupted me, so I'm using the bathroom and I've been interrupted again, or a different metric has been hit and I am now using the bathroom. Good night.
But even like, cause I don't like, if I take a shower in the evening, like if I'm working out or something and then I go and shower, I usually leave the door unlocked. Like that's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But like in the morning,
yeah, it's your
like
morning
that's my time
time.
slot.
Yeah.
Like it's locked until I'm out of the shower and out and teeth brushed and everything. Like I have my own little thing and like that room is just locked. It's not because I'm being weird and looking at furry porn. It's no, that's my moment of vulnerability.
No.
My skin is off. My skin is off and on the floor. And if you make me zip it the fuck back up and then go out while you go in and pee before you can actually fall asleep for 20 minutes, by the way, you're not going to get good sleep for 20 minutes. Why don't you fucking wait? That interrupts my mojo.
Yeah, it throws off your whole day. You definitely, you're in the bathroom for like an hour to an hour and a half.
No,
in the
I
morning.
mean,
it's definitely not 20
like,
minutes.
I will say my shower is 20 minutes. I'm in there. Yeah, fact checker. Why don't you chill out? So I'm in there. I get in. I'm at 6:40. I'm usually have my caffeine 6:50. I go in there and I take a shit and I read the news. I usually turn the shower on around 7:15, 7:20. And then I brush my teeth. I this is where I wait for it to like warm up, and then I'll brush my teeth, and then I will hop in around 7:30 or so, and then I'm usually out by like 7:50, and then I do the rest of my thing, and then I come out about 8, maybe 8:15. This is an approximation.
I'm waiting
those
for a
times
rebuttal
fluctuate.
from the fact checker. It's like typing.
Because she has an alarm set for 8:15, and sometimes it hits, and sometimes it doesn't. But by the time she's like messages like, hey, when you get in the shower, can you unlock the door? That's about the time where I'm like, all right, I'm going into the shower. That's 20 minutes. And no.
And these are mine. These are my 20 minutes.
These are mine. This is my time. I work hard for this time.
You're like, I planned for this. This is my moment.
Yeah. I usually only ask to come in after it is an emergency. Like I actually have to pee, not just OCD. Yeah, but sure. But you did like, that means that you failed to pee 3 times in this hour. Because you did pee before I got in there. And sometimes you are sleeping when I wake up and like I resist the urge to wake you up and go, hey, go pee. Because that's what started it when you were a child in the first place. I know it. Like it was your OCD father being like, all right, you got to go pee before you go to bed. All right, go pee again. Go pee. Because he has OCD. And like this definitely instilled onto you. And
yeah.
I don't want to do that too, where I'm like, I'm waking up and you're still asleep. And I go, you need to wake up and pee so I could go. Like that's bonkers counterintuitive.
Yeah, I also have the like, she just put the pee before a trip, pee before movie, pee before bed. I have all of these things. So I'm like, if I have just gone pee and somebody's like, we're leaving, I'm like, okay, time to pee again. Same thing with a movie.
Now, how much
I could
of
have
that
just
is...
peed or not need to pee and be like, well, I have to pee. The movie's going to start.
How much of that is that women have like smaller bladders or need to pee more often than men do? Because I know that like girls are kind of known for, and I don't even know if this is actually biologically true, but I know that women usually have to pee more often than men do, and men are like really good at holding it until our prostate grows to a tangerine size, and then we're fucked up.
And then you can, and then your piddling is fucked. I think it's probably a bit of both, but I do think the combination of if you have OCD and then you're told these things on a structured schedule, it's like, okay, this thing must always happen at this time. And then it becomes a big deal because I have had to so consciously try to work my way out of these things. And it's obnoxious as fuck and annoying. Yeah. But it's like, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a combination of things that are creating this. If this, then you must this at this time.
Yeah.
I did also
it's
like
the programming language.
The programming language analogy. I think it's clever.
Well, it's just like that's just like how I noticed it is like if there's any kind of interruption, she has to start over from start, and I'm like a lot of beginner fucking C++ programs work like that. Where
Yeah.
like you're going through it, and then you're like, okay, so now I need to put in an if then statement.
Yep.
And Brittany did not get that.
She just has the basic programming language. There was no advanced moves in that one.
An if statement, not advanced.
Well, on to this podcast.
Should we get a moment of silence?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Kisa, you need to drink water right now. I could see it bop, 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 bop on the... Then it's another cat. What do you want from me, Brittany?
I thought that said Kisa is within me. And I was like, what?
Yeah, Kisa
Briefly
finally
misread
passed
that.
and we've consumed her essence.
Baked her ashes into a pancake.
Why a pancake?
I don't know. I don't really like cake, so a pancake felt like the closest thing to cake while also being something that I would eat. Yeah, it can't be a waffle because that's for waffles.
That's true, I guess.
It only makes sense that it's a similar breakfast item. Chopper would be like a hollandaise sauce on a good
What?
poached egg. Kisa's a pancake. Waffles is obviously a waffle. Chopper would be a nice, like, eggs Benedict.
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
he'll
you just
betray
said Chopper's a hollandaise sauce. What is this breakfast that you're...
He's like the
concocting?
hollandaise sauce on top of a poached egg, like an eggs Benedict. Because
Sure.
he'll betray you, Gamage.
Because hollandaise sauce betray...
No, eggs Benedict.
Explain
Benedict
it.
Arnold. It's a historical joke.
You just said hollandaise sauce.
Yes, I said he's a hollandaise sauce, and then I said a Benedict, like an eggs Benedict, and then I said because he'll betray you. I completed the thought. I just don't think you were there for the whole thing. You'll go back
Yeah,
and you'll be
you're-
listening to this while editing and go, "Oh, she did say that."
I mean, I heard that. I just didn't quite understand it. And you had to
No,
get
it's
all the
fine.
way there to say Benedict Arnold. And like, okay.
Yeah, no.
but, like,
It's okay that you
also-
didn't get it. It's not like it was a good joke. It was just, it felt right for him that he would be a hollandaise sauce and an egg Benedict.
Welcome to We Have That Podcast at Home. We're that show desperate for your approval, obviously. I'm on brand Gamage.
Oh, and I'm a new type of hollandaise sauce called Rachel. Each week we play Russian roulette with our success, and we spin a wheel to find out the genre of next week's podcast. Last week we spun and we landed on, I think wild card. I was like, I don't remember if I wrote it down or
I
not,
remember.
but pretty sure it was random, and we get to do whatever we want. So we decided, what's a tried and true that we've experienced before, but I haven't continued fully delving into? Schoolyard myths. Let's bring it back.
Yep.
Round 2.
We hit maybe 10% of the list. Like it's a fucking like a quarter, maybe a third of a page of 2. So like,
Yeah.
you know, math, that's 60%.
Yeah, that's
That's a
what
sixth.
that is.
It's a sixth of all of it. That's, I don't know why
Why'd you
I
say
went such a
60%?
roundabout way
Did you say a
of the
sixth?
shitty.
Hold on. Did you say 60% or a 6%?
I said- at first I said we only did 10%, and then I'm like a 25 to 30% of one page of 2, and then I said so 60%. And I don't know why I'm good at math. I don't know why my math sucked so hard there.
I am
It is
so
like a
bad at
sixth of it.
math that it's just astounding to me because I know that you're so significantly better at it, and I'm just shocked that we got here. And I know everybody has off days. I just really
This is
wasn't
what-
expecting this.
This is what happens when you talk before you think. Is it just comes out and you're like, no, you stupid, stop.
So that's what I do all day. I get it.
It's also warm and I'm under a blanket and I'm
Your brain
tired.
is cooking.
My brain is always cooking. So, yes, we are returning to the Schoolyard Myths because we have so much more to do. And maybe we'll
Y'all.
get through more this time than we did last time.
We'll see. I doubt it. We'll see. Would you like to start? Or do you
Yeah,
want me
sure.
to? Okay.
The Schoolyard Myth, I guess, or Old Wives' Tales. That's right, because that was on here too.
Yeah, I
this
think
one
that's
is
some
an
of 'em.
Old Wives' Tale. Because I never heard this in school once from anybody.
Really? Okay.
Is that certain songs played backwards have satanic messages,
I definitely heard this in school
like Rolling Stones. I
and
think
remember
was
being
a
like,
big one.
what? Yeah, what's the it's a Pink Floyd song that if you play it backwards over The Wizard of Oz or something.
It's just Dark Side of the Moon. Dark Side of the Moon. If you just play it forwards, it like lines up with the movie. And they're like, "What does it mean?" And it's just like it's a coincidence of timing because the movie came out fucking 20 years before the song did. Like,
What if they actually made
sometimes
the entire
things aren't that deep.
What if they made that entire song while watching Wizard of Oz, going, it's going to line up perfectly and no one's ever going to notice? And then somebody finally discovered it, and quietly Pink Floyd is like, yes, finally, they've discovered our Easter egg, and we'll say nothing.
Yeah, that's the fun answer, I guess.
I think
my favorite depiction of this was always like in Little Nicky, where like Little Nicky plays Chicago backwards. It's like doing Saturday in the park.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like backwards, just like Satan talking. And that is the funniest one to me. Because the thought that like it's not Rolling Stones or Stairway to Heaven, it's Chicago is the Satan album. But I never heard this in school. Like, I know the pop culture references.
Little
but like,
Nicky is sorry, before we get too far away from that, that's a movie that we should watch for one of our pop culture films because that movie is an experience. Why? What?
Oh, because I feel, first of all...
Is it because of comedy?
Mostly, yes. It's an Adam Sandler playing a dopey guy comedy. Like, it's...
That's
I feel
all
like
of Adam Sandler, what?
I don't think if I've ever actually said it on the podcast, but I've explained it to my mom and you and everybody else that will hear me. The bus stop guy, the baker. But like, we try not to do comedy movies because we are a comedy podcast, and I don't want our movie reviews to be reduced to, this guy said that wasn't that funny. Like, that doesn't seem like a good show to me. Like, if a movie has humor in it, like, we could talk about that, but like movies, especially Little Nicky for starters, where it's just like the movie is jokes, we would just be like reciting jokes.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I think I'm more
it's
of just
already
intrigued
so hard
of how that movie has aged because I haven't watched it in a long time, and I'm like, I bet you it's still not bad.
I'm sure now that we're good at movie reviews
but...
now that we're good at movie reviews now,
because we did one
Brave Little Toaster. now that we're like with the big boys, maybe we could watch it and create a proper like dissection of it.
Here, let's go a year from now, March 17th, 2027. We can watch it.
This.
If we have successfully done all of the movies in between the correct way.
Let's give us a little bit of room for error, because like I know that there's some where like we're gonna want to
10% to 60% of the movies in between the correct way. I've never heard of the Stairway to Heaven being played backwards as the devil thing, but that kind of makes sense because it would just be the Stairway to Hell if you're playing it backwards.
It's the Highway to Hell.
Oh, there you go.
So if you play AC/DC backwards, it's Stairway to Heaven or Led Zeppelin. Who the fuck knows what I'm trying to say?
I know. I think I get the gist.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I don't remember. Like, I remember hearing about it from people more so than like. At no point in my life did anybody tell me that music you're listening to, it's Satan and backwards. Like that never
backwards.
That never once popped up.
No, I do think I heard about this in school, but I do feel like the way that this concept was locked into my brain was a Family Guy reference. Because I think they go into that at some point. And
that was something I was about to say earlier is like about the reciting jokes is that we already have a hard enough time not just quoting Family Guy all the time.
Yeah, referring to Family Guy, Little Nicky, other popular comedy things. I I did not write this next one, but I do enjoy the way that you wrote it, which is swimming after eating is death.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm writing, I get so like jaded that I'm writing that I'll just like shorthand it in kind of a simplistic, funny way. Swimming after eating is death.
Swimming after death.
This one is about the like if you swim like 30 minutes after eating a meal, then like you're gonna get cramps and die, which I heard all my life, but I'm pretty sure that's bullshit now, right? Like
I
we all
am almost 100% certain that conceptually, like, I understand why people thought that, but I do think it is not, like, it's not a tried and true, like, you're for sure gonna get a fucking cramp and die, I think is the thing.
I mean, I think you could get a cramp from a bunch of different ways, but like if you got a cramp, you'll probably float and be fine.
Yeah, that's the thing, is, like, just if your swimming aptitude is marginally okay, you should be fine.
Like I can't really swim. I can swim, I can move in water, and I could float, but I can't like tread water. It's impossible. My brain.
You can't tread water?
I cannot tread water.
Why?
I've tried it 100 times. My body doesn't do it. I don't understand. Like I understand like the
like it is scientifically impossible to me.
I've looked at the diagrams. People be like, man, you just fucking zigzag your hands and like you just like
I've
like
looked
paddle
at the
your
diagrams.
feet. And I try it. I'm like, nope, I'm sinking, man. Look, blah blah blah. I'm dead. Like this is what happens.
Alternatively,
but I
my
can.
friend Sophie can float like a motherfucker. Like, you could be in the middle of a lake, and if you were sitting there drowning, you just hold on to Sophie. She's your life raft now. Like, she is so buoyant, it's crazy. We call it her superpower because, like, you could literally be out in the middle of a lake and, like, use her as a floating device. It is fucking absurd. I think she's just meant to be an aquatic creature. I don't know what it is. My friend's dad was a bodybuilder. He just sunk. That makes sense. He's just dense.
Hold on, there's a really loud motorcycle outside because it's so cool.
Actually, the louder it is, the cooler it is.
That's a bad sign. The engine turned off, which means that they're near, which means it's gonna turn on again. Like fucking...
which means that they're near. Oh God, what if they knock on your door? What would you do?
I would go yell at them. Fucking motorcycle, it's 7:00. What the fuck's your problem?
It's 7:00.
This is a nice neighborhood.
Decrepit old man. Oh my God, I started reading a book today. Speaking of old people, I think it's called The 100-Year-Old Man That Got Up and Walked Away, or something to that effect.
I've unironically seen that title before.
I actually really like the way that it is written so far. Because it's kind of has a humorous air to it, but it's literally just this old guy was going to celebrate his 100th birthday, and he's like, I'd rather die somewhere else than in this old folks' home. So he just gets on a bus, but steals a kid's suitcase along the way, because he's like, well, fuck it. Like, I'm old. Who gives a shit? Like, I can just do stuff.
What are you going to do, you little punk?
Yeah, exactly. So this kid's like, this rude-ass kid who I think ends up being a thug or something. I'm only a bit into it, so these really aren't spoilers. Is like, can you watch my suitcase while I take a shit? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then his bus comes and he's like, well, I guess me and the suitcase are getting on the bus.
I'm going to continue to watch it. I due diligence.
Exactly. And I'm like, I love every part of this so far. Yes, I don't think you'll die if you swim after eating. Not that this is a scientific perspective at all, but I ran many an experiment as a child where we would get out of the pool, we would eat food, and then we would get back in the pool, and weirdly enough, no one died during any of those times.
Did. I feel like the birth of this one, because parents back then, they didn't want their kid to fucking shovel hot dogs, hamburgers, and potato salad in their mouth and then go into their clean pool. Like, that sounds awful. They want you to wait 30 minutes and clean yourself up and then go back in the pool and die.
I think my parents followed the opposite rule, where they were like, you're covered in jelly, fuck it, shove you back in the pool, like it'll clean it off.
That's a way different tax bracket, I'm sure.
My dad used to do this thing where he would lounge next to the pool and he would throw grapes into the pool and we'd have to go fish them out and
That's
then
eat
eat them.
them?
Yeah. Which, as an adult now, I'm like, those fuckers were covered in chlorine.
Yeah,
No wonder
it's
I have awful mental health issues. I've been consuming chlorine my whole life.
I've got bathroom issues and I can't count right.
Yeah. I don't know math and I have to pee all the time. It's the
Where'd
chlorine.
your gluten allergy come from? I'll probably bleach
Fuck
on grapes.
Tylenol. When my mom was pregnant, my dad fed me chlorine. Chlorine grapes.
Jesus.
Also, Swimming After Death is a good band name. I just didn't want us to lose that before we moved on to the next thing. Wasn't there a series of unfortunate events book where somebody died because they went swimming after eating?
I don't remember. It's been literally decades since I've read it, watched the movie, or watched the series, which I didn't even finish. But like,
I didn't either. I didn't like it.
If I'm gonna guess, and feel free to yell at the podcast now, but I'm gonna guess that it was not real. That it was like an excuse. Like, it feels like something Count Olaf would do, where it's just like, oh, they died because they were swimming when he like murdered them or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, I feel like it was like a monster ate them, which is probably Count Olaf. Like, that would make sense. But it's one of their weird extended family members where it's like, and this person's dead too. Good luck, kids. You know what I did enjoy about that franchise? The video game that came out after the Jim Carrey one was actually, like, kind of good, at least when I was a child. I don't know how I'd feel about it as an adult, but I kind of liked it.
I played a lot of video games that I used to love as a kid, and I went, what the fuck is this? You ever played the Unholy War? I don't know, I'm asking you. You've never heard of the Unholy War.
No, not even a little bit. Have you played Dante's Inferno? That's a wild game.
Oh, that's a game from your childhood? Oh, that hurts. Brittany and I were just talking the other day about how we want it remade. That game came out when I was an adult, and that is what is sad about aging.
About that statement. I mean, I played it in like high school, so that's what I'm saying is like as a child. Like, okay, I wasn't like 8 in front of the TV.
Yeah, I was probably a young adult. Yeah.
Because we're not that far apart in age.
But yeah, Brady and I were talking about that the other day, and I did want a re-release of it, like a remaster or something, because like that was a good game.
Cool. It was a quality game.
I never did a bad ending. I only did the good ending.
I don't know if I ever did the bad ending either.
Like, it's where you just do the build, where you do like the crosses, and then just take all the good decisions, because it's one of those kinds of games.
Yeah.
But like the bad one is like where you make the bad decisions and you use the scythe more.
Thank you for
really
explaining.
Love that. Well, I'm explaining it for the audience, too. Dante's Inferno, loosely based on the Divine Comedy about Dante's Inferno, where Dante goes into hell.
Just look up the lust boss in Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, Dante goes through the circles of hell. You've read the story, I'm sure, but it's that, but a video game, but like a God of War-like video game.
Yeah, honestly, it was a really fucking cool video game. I would actually be very down for a remake. It was stylistically really good, too. There was a lot of parts of that game that were really good.
Oh, the behind the scenes are really good, too, because everybody's going into details about how they designed each circle of hell and, like, all of, like, the little, like, details that you miss. Like, really, really cool stuff.
Oh, my God. I saw a video today of, Sinners, a fave from last year. I saw a behind the scenes
Oscars
video
and stuff.
Yeah, of
that happened, by the way, everybody.
Yeah, the Oscars. Those occurred.
Michael B. Jordan won Best Actor for Sinners. Sinners won a bunch of other things too. Best movie of the year went to One Battle After Another, which was filmed up in Arcata. That's weird.
I have not watched that yet.
Me neither. I think there's like some people were talking about it, and I was like, I'm not even. It's not even on my radar right now.
Yeah, like not even remotely. I think I've just hit a point in time where I went from really liking Leonardo DiCaprio to feeling very mid about him.
Bro, that is exactly what I was about to say. Is it's like I just kind of don't care. He gets with a lot of young girls, and I'm like, eh.
Yeah, like I'm not okay with it. I'm gonna move on now.
I don't care if the movie was filmed where I live. Like, I don't have a whole lot of hometown pride, so.
Yeah, you're like, I'm good.
Okay, The Majestic was filmed up here too. Who cares?
What the fuck is that?
It's a Jim Carrey movie from like the early thousands where it was filmed in Ferndale on the like main street. If you've been to Ferndale,
You know what
but
else
it's a
came
Jim Carrey
from?
movie, and it was like a serious Jim Carrey movie, and it was okay.
That's not surprising. You know what else came from that area?
Are you genuinely asking me?
Guy Fieri.
Yeah, that's
And then
true.
he goes
yeah.
back for diners, dives, diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Diners,
Which
drive-ins,
makes me
dragons,
giggle
and
every
dungeons, and
Oh my
drag
god. I
racing.
bet you that's like an episode where he does Dungeons and Dragons, dine-ins, dive-ins, and drive-ins and dives, and oh god.
Rachel clearly has never watched the show. All right, moving on.
No, I've watched the show. I think it's not bad. But I bet you there's a fucking episode where he does a nerdy thing where there's extra D things added.
Guy Fieri.
He seems like a nice dude.
Guy Fieri is a nice dude. He got a lot of flack for a while because he looks the way he does and wears like fucking flame shirts but he's like genuinely a nice person. It's kind of like who was I just thinking of? The other Guy Fieri. Chad Kroeger from Nickelback.
the other Guy Fieri.
Where it's just like people, like somebody's born and they're like away a certain way and everybody's just like, I don't like them. Like Nickelback, they make mid music. They make the music, not great. But Chad Kroeger, to my knowledge, right now on this podcast recording, I don't think he's done anything wrong. He's just kind of cringy and that's okay.
You say he's just kind of creepy?
Cringe.
Oh, I thought you said creepy. I was like, that's so rude.
He did marry Avril Lavigne, I think, or Avril Lavigne's body double. That's a whole thing. What is the Avril Lavigne body double on the Schoolyard Myths?
Scroll. Oh, here it is.
If it's not, we'll add it and talk about it later because that's a thing.
So funny to me that you bring up Nickelback because today I listened to an artist and I went, who does this remind me of? And then I realized it was Nickelback and was like, that's a bummer. Bummer for you guys because Nickelback isn't that great.
So wait, so you heard a song and you were liking it and then you're like, oh, it's Nickelback.
No. I wasn't liking it. I was like, what does this song remind me of? Because I listened to a couple songs from an album because it's a new one that came out. And I occasionally will just try like a random thing that's going on.
Yeah.
And so I was giving it a chance. And a couple songs in, I went, what music group am I catching a vibe from? Nickelback is unfortunately the answer.
Unfortunate. Moving on to Blood is Blue Until It Touches Oxygen. This is a big fucking
Oh, yeah.
urban
I actually,
myth.
when you wrote this down, went and Googled it because I was like, why do people, like, I understand the concept of why people believe this because your veins are obviously like a bluish green color. But I was like, is it true? Are we wrong? Even though it's definitely not.
I heard this one all the time, and you already covered it. The veins thing, like if you look at your veins, like on your arm, you're like, oh, it's kind of blue. I've never thought green, but I am colorblind, so fucking who knows?
Also, to be fair, I've been told that I'm kind of colorblind for the color green because I just so that could be part of it. Who the fuck is to say?
But also like the whole like where blood's going through your body and then it gets oxygenated and like that's what makes it red. But it's just like, yeah, but even the unoxygenated is still red.
Yeah, so to get the explanation for anybody going, what? That's a myth. It's not true. What? It's your favorite color. Human blood, red, not blue. It's because the hemoglobin in your blood cells. But your veins look blue, like a bluish tint through your skin because of the way that your human flesh tissue absorbs and reflects light. That's it. That's all. You don't have blue blood in your body. You're not an alien.
I mean, I have
normal.
blue blood.
It's gonna be okay. Well, yeah, Gamage is an alien. That's why he has to unzip his skin in the morning for an hour and a half.
Well, my blood is blue because I murdered a king back in like 2007 and injected his blood into my bloodstream. You don't know which king it is, don't worry. You won't guess either.
I was going to say, is that a reference?
It was the Candy King.
Oh. Not to be confused with the Candy Cane. It's the Candy King.
Candy King. Anyway, moving on to something funnier.
Let's get away from this topic. Class is canceled if the teacher is 15 minutes late. I think this is situationally dependent. I think this became a myth when you're in like elementary school through high school because it exists in college. If your professor doesn't show up for 15 minutes, personally, I'm not fucking sticking around. I'm going the fuck home or going to the library.
I mean, I get
classes and shit.
Like your college, you pay for college. Like I'm here, you are my employee basically. If you're not here, I'm bouncing. I do feel like if your teacher in elementary school is 15 minutes late and nobody opens the door, you probably could just go home.
In elementary school specifically. Could you imagine just like a bunch of 8-year-olds running loose on the town because somebody was fucking like 15, like way too late to work, but late to work? I got in a car accident, so I didn't open the door for the children, and now they're just wreaking havoc on downtown, like tiny Godzillas running around.
The children have been released. I never heard this until I was like an adult. I mean, I never went to college. I missed the sale on that. And looking at the economy and the country right now, I'm probably going to continue to abstain. But I didn't know about the whole college thing until like, I don't know, TV taught me. TV taught me most things. Sorry.
Again, why we reference Family Guy. One thing that I think is really funny is my parental units got really in a tiff about Family Guy because it's, crude humor. And then I would say smart things that I heard from that show because back in the day, I don't know what it's like now because I don't watch it anymore. They used to make a fair amount of interesting topical political references that were relevant at the time. So I would go and repeat one to my papa and he'd be like, oh my God. Like, what a smart joke this child has made. And I'm like, ha, it's from the show you hate, bitch.
I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of like little things that you can pick up here and there that actually have real world uses. Like I always remember like the first time I learned about thermodynamics where like heat expansion and then heat contraction can break objects is from a video game when I was like fucking 12. There was an RPG, and it's just like cast fire magic on the turtle and then ice magic to break its shell, and then you could hurt it. And it's like, whoa. And then, I went to high school, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's just thermodynamics. And it's just like, why am I the only kid that knows this? It's weird.
That is actually one of my favorite things about if you're a video game kid is because so many puzzles revolve around like actual real world things like that. You're like, oh, yeah, like this is just a thing, and everybody else around you is going, what?
It's more than just video games too. Like, 'cause you could learn things from books, you could learn things from TVs. I mean, it's not all bad. But also, I do hate that your parents did that thing. Were they like okay with it and then not okay with it and then okay with it and then not okay with it? Because I hate that the most.
I don't think they were ever okay with it. To be honest, if I was like, I watch Family Guy now, I'm sure my stepdad would still be like, my sweet baby child is being corrupted by the world.
Because I know that, like, I would watch South Park when I was probably too young for it, but it doesn't matter. I'm mature, and it was fine. It was fucking fine. But, like, it was fine, and they would, like, watch it with me, and then, like, the next night, they'd be like, no, you can't. This is too adult for you. And it's just like, what the fuck happened in the last 23 hours?
So, back when Blockbuster existed, my cousins had significantly less stringent rules on their lives than me and my siblings did. So we're in Blockbuster. For ye who don't know what a Blockbuster is, you could go rent movies and TV shows because you didn't just have
Google
them available on your TV.
Stop wasting my time.
It's like Netflix, but a place.
Stop it. Stop. They know what it is. There was a documentary. They all watched it. There's TikToks all over the place. Did you hear about Blockbuster?
Anyway,
get on with it.
My little cousin, who's I think he's probably 7, I'm 6 or something like that. I don't actually know if that's exactly correct, but we'll say those age ranges. Comes up to my uncle and goes, Papa, can I get this movie, like this cartoon movie? And he goes, yeah, sure. And then my stepdad goes, excuse me, can I see that? And looks at it and he goes, hey, Dennis, you think it's cool for the small kids to watch Cartman Gets an Anal Probe? Because I think it was literally like the first episode on VHS,
Yeah.
which is funny because it's like 12 fucking minutes long. Yeah, no, my stepdad was like his kids before we had the marriage merge that fucking divorced families have with two divorced families mind melding together. His kids were not allowed to watch even The Simpsons because it was inappropriate. And then they got to our house where the children that are like 5 to 7 years younger than them, or sorry, 10 to 15 years younger than them, were allowed to watch it. And so then they were like,
Wild.
oh, so we get to watch this now, but only because the small child sitting on the floor next to me has been allowed to watch it her whole life. Cool.
Grandfathered in. I like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Parenting is like that because if I don't bring this up, my mom will hound me because she loves to bring it up all the time. She loves to repeat herself. You know you do. But like I had a friend who was in a Mormon household. He was not Mormon himself, but we played Gauntlet Legends all the time. I don't know if you ever know what Gauntlet Legends is. It's an older game that's like very violent. But one time the movie Pitch Black came out. I hate that I'm even reciting this because I hate the story, but my mom loves to talk about it. So the movie Pitch Black came out, and I was going to go see it, and I tried to invite this friend with me, and his mom was, like, pissed about it. He's like, no, you cannot go see that. That's high-rated. That's bad stuff. That's the devil, because Mormon. And, like, my family was just like, we just fought the devil in Gauntlet Legends. So, like... I don't know what fucking honky-tonk weird shit Jupiter Wizard Mormons are. Mormonism is stupid. I don't care. Shut up. Christianity's stupid too. Scientology's the worst. I'm fighting all religions here. Except for the Warriors religion.
But I don't know. I have the Warriors religion?
Oh, so...
What about the cats?
Yes, so the Warriors books have like a whole theology, and we just saw like an action figure, like a blind box thing at Target, and I was like, oh, and then I bought it. It ended up being the rare one, which is cool. It goes for like $100 or something like that.
Dope.
Yeah, but like it's weird that I'm seeing Warriors everywhere. And then Hank Green just released a video where he's talking about the theology of Warriors, and I was like, it's weird that Warriors is coming up again.
Well,
like,
it's kind of resurging right now.
Yeah, weird renaissance of that.
Yeah, I think they're making a graphic novel of all of them, and I think that's part of... I mean, I imagine that was born out of a resurgence. Yeah, but I think they're making them into the nice covered books where there's pretty edges or something. I imagine that is from the resurgence, but I also think it is helping the resurgence. You know what I mean?
I think that Rachel's talking out of her ass and doesn't actually know. She has not a foot in the Warriors community, so please do not listen to her.
Not even remotely.
The Warrior fandom is probably worse than Taylor Swift fandom, and I would like to find out.
You would like to find out, or you would not like to find out?
I would not like to find out.
Oh, got it. Okay.
What did it sound like?
Well, it sounded like I would like to find out, and I was like, because they're your people?
I was probably mumbling. No.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I do that all the time. It's fine.
No, my problem with Warriors is that I read the story about like Rusty, and he becomes he joins like the clan, and then all of the stuff happens, and then we move on to other cats, which is cool, but I like classic fucking Firestar, and I wanted to kind of stick with that. And I didn't really care about the rest of it. And then they went on to make books about bears too. Wild stuff. Anyway, moving on. So the next Schoolyard myth is star on a Tootsie Pop wrapper meant you got a free one.
I have literally never heard this one in my entire life until this moment.
Yeah, I assumed that was the case because like this was something that was like my age and back to like the 70s.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's bullshit. I heard it from other people too. Where like if you get a Tootsie Wrap and you undo it, there's usually like a little Native American guy with like a bow, and there's a star in front of it. And the myth was that if you took that wrapper into a candy store and gave it to the shopkeep, you get a free Tootsie Pop. I'm pretty sure this was bullshit. Fact check that.
Hold on. I have so many follow-up questions. Okay, so you're talking about a Tootsie Pop, like the lollipop with the Tootsie Roll in between, how many licks does it take to get to the center sort of a deal?
There you go.
When you unwrap those, there was a little, like, bow and arrow guy.
Sometimes.
Did they all have a star? Okay, so the whole
No, they
thing
did
was
not.
sometimes. Or just the star.
So with how labels work, you should know this. You worked in a copy print center. How labels work is that it's a long, like, kind of, it prints out on one long strip and then it gets cut up for the logo. And there's like a continuous design that like goes on. So like if you collected a whole bunch of Tootsie Pops and like opened them all up, you could like create like a whole, you can put them together and make this like long chain of things.
I have to be honest with you. I don't think I really ever had a Tootsie Pop as a kid.
I assume,
liked
which is why I'm explaining this like it's stupid because
no, thank you.
You decided to derail me to talk about this dumb shit.
Well, it's a valid question. I just
the Tootsie
didn't.
Pop
I didn't
shooting
know
star
if it
refers
was...
to a widespread urban legend that finding a wrapper featuring a Native American shooting a star with a bow and arrow entitled the holder to a free Tootsie Pop. While many local stores honored this, it was never an official promotion by Tootsie Roll Industries. And that's true because I did take, because my friends told me it was a thing, and I'm like, is it? And then I got a wrapper with a star. That one, thank you.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I took it into a gas station that was like a block away from my house. And I handed I took a Tootsie Pop up and I put it on the counter and I handed the wrapper to the gas station clerk. And the gas station clerk just looked at me. Because, again, this wasn't an official promotion. And I was just like, well, there's a star, so it's free. And he took 20 seconds and then shrugged and was like, all right. And then I got a free Tootsie Pop. Tootsie Pops were like 10 fucking cents. They could not give a fuck. He probably could have been like, you could take like 8 more. I don't care. The reality, the image appears on roughly 1 in every 4 to 6 wrappers, about 30% of all pops, and is not a specialized prize wrapper. Company response, Tootsie Roll Industries receives hundreds of letters weekly from people trying to redeem the wrapper. They never had a contest. The legend story, in 1982, the company created the legend of the Indian wrapper to send as a nice reply to children, turning the rumor into a story to avoid disappointment. That's funny. Yeah, I assume that you wouldn't know anything about this because like this was an old one. Like this is like before my time and
Well, okay, so no, my question really came from, I remember there being pictures on the outside of a Tootsie Pop wrapper. I thought you were saying on the inside there would be something, and I'm like, I've never seen a picture on the inside of a Tootsie Roll wrapper. And then I didn't know if you were saying it was, there's always a little Native American guy there, and then there's just sometimes a star.
So
the picture made it make a lot more sense in my brain.
Okay.
Because I was like, I have so many random ass follow-up questions that you probably don't give a single shit about.
So what happened was I said something and then you created a narrative that was not at all what I fucking said, even a little bit, and went with that.
You didn't
and then decided to pepper me with questions about your made up scenario. I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't fucking say, let me describe to you
also
this
didn't
Tootsie
say
Pop
that you had
wrapper,
to-
and on the outside there's pictures of many things, including a little Native American guy sometimes. Yes, I created a narrative in my head, and that's why I was asking follow-up questions, because I didn't fucking know, because I didn't really like Tootsie Pops, because they're a combination of two things I enjoy separately, and I really didn't like them together. So I
also
really
didn't
have them.
explain that the inside of the Tootsie Pop wrapper had a Godzilla tattoo, but you didn't ask me about that either.
Well, now I think you're just a fucking liar.
Do you see how I'm just making shit up, and now why don't you want to talk about the Godzilla tattoo on the inside of the Tootsie Pop?
Gimmich, this is a weird hill to die on. Me asking follow-up questions.
Rachel, it is a very weird hill to die on. You're right. It is
I'm not dying on the hill. I'm asking a question.
It is a petty sidewalk like of a hill. Like it is the curb up that like a 4-year-old trying to practice bike on would maybe sprain his ankle. That's where you're dying. You're like, oh no, here it is, the end of the road.
That's where I'm dying?
Yes.
Gimmich, this is like the situation that we are talking about is where the two of us are walking along a perfectly flat sidewalk and you don't pick your foot up high enough so the tip of your shoe catches the little iota of cement that's just a bit off from the other slab of cement we're on.
Here.
That's the hill you are dying on with me asking a fucking follow-up question about the little Native American guy shooting a star.
I don't know why but like I never said it was on the inside of the wrapper. Like
no,
you think
but I was asking because I didn't remember Tootsie
because
Pops.
a wrapper has a thing on the outside. Like all wrappers do. So
yes, and when there's promotions, they put shit on the inside of them sometimes, like jokes and things. That's not normal.
There wasn't a promotion. That was the whole thing that we just went over. Is that it was a myth? It didn't exist. If you let me finish, instead of interrupting, you would have gotten to that conclusion maybe on your own. So what happened is yes, I did die on a hill, but that's because you died and I turned around. I'm like, what are you doing? And then I died here too.
Sometimes I wish we had more of an audience because I'd love to know where people actually side with these conversations.
They peter off. They're like, they skip 30 seconds and then another 30 seconds and then another 30 seconds. And then they go listen to My Brother, Me instead or some shit.
They hit it 4 times and they go, Jesus fucking Christ, they're still talking about the Tootsie Rolls.
What it would be, it would be an age thing. Everybody my age and up are going to be like, why is this bitch fucking bullshitting this? And then everybody under my age, so like your age range is
would
just
be like valid questions.
Well, it's an official. Is it an official thing? But again, like if
I wasn't asking if it was an official thing. I was trying to figure out if the design, if the design was actually changing wrapper to wrapper, and the answer was yes. I was just confused about where the design was, and that's the hill you want to die on.
We probably could have covered that after I finished an explanation.
Damn it, you know I love interrupting you. I just did it.
If you could if you just didn't interrupt me, you probably would have gotten the answer or even found the conclusion rather than stopping the class to go, hey, what about this though?
Hey, you know what's crazy? This is a fucking conversation and sometimes you run it like a monologue. So occasionally I interrupt you to ask a question. And the only thing that cleared this shit up for me was the picture that Brittany posted.
Why didn't you ask fact checker?
Did you know that swallowing seeds of an apple or a watermelon weirdly won't cause it to grow inside of your stomach?
Why just watermelon or apple?
Those are the ones that are listed on this. I think any seeds, but there was the myth that if you swallowed seeds, I think pumpkins were on that list. But there was the myth that if you swallow seeds, you'll grow different types of fruit and gourds within your belly.
Fact checker is right. The Rugrats did not help with this myth. The episode is nightmarish. It's the one where Chucky eats a watermelon seed and then a watermelon just grows, and they gotta like shrink down to go inside of his stomach. God, this show is fucked up. To like get the seed out.
What I want to know, and a question that I've had since coming to the understanding that this was a myth as a child, is if I were to eat seeds and then shit them out in not a toilet, obviously, and just, let them hang out there and they get watered, like, would I grow just human shit apples and watermelons?
I'm sorry. I mean, yes, but no.
I'm pretty sure that your stomach acid would kill the seed, but I'm like, right. I wonder if it's like in something.
But like,
chance.
What you're describing is how nature works. Is that birds they eat seeds and then they fly around and they shit and then it grows from that. Like that is absolutely how it works. For the kids listening to this podcast who are interested to learn. But like for us, the acids totally killed it. Yeah. Also, the thing that. Because I heard this too, but then, like, I heard it and then, like, almost comically would pan over in the grocery store to, like, the sunflower seeds that we would eat. And be like, well...
there they are, weirdly enough.
Well, so no.
That's actually pretty good. I've never even thought about that. Do you think if I were to insert the seed of an apple into a kernel of corn that was large enough to encase the seed of an apple, it could make it through my digestive tract and I could shit it back out and it would grow an apple tree?
It's possible. Like I kind of want to see if this actually works. But I feel like
now we're Mythbusters.
Well, I feel like, it's inside the corn kernel casing, which is like immune to human body destruction for some reason. But like I feel like the acid would still get into it.
Yeah, I mean it is open at the bottom, so I think you'd have to sew like 2 corn kernels together and see if it makes it through.
And then if you're sewing with thread, would the thread burn in the
Is this So we're gonna start
Stomach acid.
transporting drugs across the fucking border.
A
We've
kernel at a
created-
time, like fucking what? Some
We've
cost fallacy.
created a baggie made up of corn kernel casings to hold the cocaine because your body won't digest it, so you can just shit out the weird little corn kernel bag at the end.
This feels like a long-winded process of eventually just leading to, a balloon is fine. Let's just stick with the balloon.
Weirdly enough, balloons just work. Yeah, but this is I was gonna say this is a biodegradable option because it kind of is. It's just not, for human biodegrading.
Balloons are biodegradable. They biodegrade
What?
in turtle noses all the time.
I don't think that's how that works.
They see them and they think they're jellyfishes, and then they eat them up. Yum.
Yum. And then the turtles get pulled over for trafficking drugs because they're pooping out balloons. And that's what's happening to the sea turtle population these days, kids.
Yeah,
They're not
they're all
getting
in
murdered
prison.
out there. They're all in prison.
All of that is obviously a joke and bullshit. And if I have to explain that, maybe you're the problem and you shouldn't be here.
Damage. I
hate balloons
our audience
so much.
isn't actually children. I don't know if you needed to actually explain that. That was a joke.
I make sure that there's the explicit E on all the episodes, so fucking better not.
E is for everyone.
But I shouldn't have to say that I hate balloons. I hate all concepts of balloons. I don't like balloons. I don't like that we have them. I don't like that we make fucking balloon animals. I don't like that we have to fill them up with helium that's precious we could be using somewhere else. I don't like the balloons just fucking fly into the sky and then end up killing turtles because they think they're jellyfish. Down with balloons. Fuck balloons.
I met somebody recently that said that they didn't like balloons, and they're an adult human being. And I asked why. And then, and I asked why, and they started a long story about how there was a balloon in the house with a string attached to it, and the string, it was like just blown up or deflated enough that the string was touching just a little bit of the ground, and the balloon was still in the air. And apparently they were hanging out as a child with other children, and then the balloon bounced its way down the stairs and then rapidly got sucked back up to the top of the stairs. And so I was like, oh, so you don't like balloons because demons. Got it. Like, that's the association. And they're like, I don't believe in ghosts. And I was like,
a direct
know if
scene
that's
from isn't that like a direct scene from Stephen King's It?
Yeah, probably.
Absolutely, yeah.
They lived out it. That's why they don't like balloons.
I'm going to cover the next one because it kind of segues off the last one, sort of, because it's about swallowing. But then the last one we're going to cover is feeding seagulls Alka-Seltzer will make them blow up. Also rice. Rice isn't on here, but like that was a thing too, I remember.
Isn't rice genuinely bad for birds, though? It just doesn't make them explode.
No. I mean, it probably fucks up their digestion. Also,
yeah, I think it's just not meant to be part of their diet.
Are birds eating Alka-Seltzers? Like, what's the truth to this rumor?
Were people...
It's uncooked rice. Thank you, fact checker. That wasn't...
because it like inflates in their little bellies?
Their Alka-Seltzer? Yeah. But also birds probably aren't eating Alka-Seltzer. They're like,
uncooked rice, but that too, I guess. I think, like, we got to be talking about somebody, like, intentionally feeding a seagull Alka-Seltzer, like a tablet. Like, luring it in with a chicken nugget and doing it the old switcheroo.
I mean, I'm sure that did happen, because I know that there's, like, the X-Lax one, too, where, like, they gave a bunch of pigeons and seagulls X-Lax, and then...
It's fucked up.
It pretty fucked up, yeah.
That's actually wildly fucked up. That's animal cruelty, kids.
It is absolutely animal cruelty. You know what you should feed birds? Probably just seeds, man.
Yeah. Not the seeds from your butt. Because those
rice
have been
aren't
destroyed.
seeds.
No, rice are not seeds, but also don't feed them rice. Really, you're not supposed to feed them bread either? Really
we
should
are
just
not.
Be seeds. And maybe fruit.
Not even all birds, too. Some birds don't eat seeds. Most birds don't eat seeds.
So here's the thing. When you get older, you're going to start getting into bird watching. It's not because you like how the birds look. You just need to start figuring out what the type of bird is so that you know what food to put out for that bird to approach. Which I guess is because you want to know, you want to see the bird because you like how it looks. So it really is just about how the bird looks.
The idea that feeding a seagull an Alka-Seltzer tablet will cause it to explode is a persistent urban legend and completely false. Birds are psychologically capable of expelling gas and can easily regurgitate food or foreign objects, including an Alka-Seltzer tablet, if they feel discomfort. However, While they won't explode, the ingredients in Alka-Seltzer, such as aspirin and sodium bicarbonate, can be toxic and potentially fatal to birds, causing internal bleeding or organ failure. What, Rachel? You're dying over here.
Birds are psychologically.
Oh.
Birds can expel gas with their mind, man.
Okay, yeah, all right. That says something.
Sorry, I heard you say it, and I didn't
capable.
even. You said it, and my brain went, huh? And so then I reread it and was like, oh, physiologically, and then it really got me. They're psychologically capable of expelling gas.
Sometimes we read too fast, and we're just like, your brain goes, "That's the word. It's this word.
Yeah.
It's this word." Like, you're
No,
like,
I'm not
okay,
judging you. I just really like the mental image of a bird doing like the Magneto touching his temples, and then a little. Boop.
I was thinking that, like, the gas is no longer here, Charles.
Oh, God. Internal bleeding and organ failure. Jesus. Poor birds.
Yep.
Yeah, just feed them seeds, man. Long story short.
Unless they're a bird that doesn't eat seeds.
Yeah. I saw such a good video today, and it's on Instagram, so I didn't send it to you. But it was of little, like, juvenile kestrels seeing a butterfly for the first time, and them all being like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? And it's so good.
I've seen that one.
Big fan. Birds are funny.
I like them too.
I do think it's really funny that we were like, we're going to get through a lot more of these. And then rapidly after the second one, I discovered very quickly why we really only make it through 5 to 8 each time.
God, yeah, we really only did like 7, huh?
Yeah. I think we did 8 this time, and then
we did more last time than this time. God, this is gonna be yearly. This is gonna be a fucking.
Last time? Yeah, we're gonna spend 3 years on this list. I think we did 13 last time, but like 2 or 3 of them were kind of in the same vein, so we just kind of started lumping them together. Oh Lord! All right, Gamish, what have you been listening to this week?
I mean, you know, I've been listening to nothing but Hot and Freddy since the album released. I'm dead serious nonstop. I've listened to that every day. I'm having genuine attachment issues. Every time Brittany tries to play music in the car, she opens it up because we share the app. It just plays Hot and Freddy, like, because that's what the last thing we were listening to. But luckily, I do have a backup, a peculiar backup that I'm going to butcher because French, my tongue is not. Angine de poitrine. Angine de poitrine. I mean, if you're French, you know what I'm talking about. But why are you here listening to this English podcast? I saw someone describing this band as microtonal, polyrhythmic, Turkish math rock from Quebec. Math rock. And despite being French-Canadian, they are portrayed as what I can only describe as polka dot aliens. Rachel, you can Google them in a second if you didn't already watch the video I sent you days ago. Now, their album, Volume 2, releases April 3rd, and you can listen to a couple tracks now, but this is one I feel has to be heard and seen live. KEXP on YouTube, it's like a radio station, has a live set that I recommend. The band is a pair. One uses a double neck bass and guitar with a whole shit ton of pedals and mixing boards on the ground that he uses his bare polka dot feet to loop riffs with. And then a drummer that has to painstakingly stare at the other and keep perfect timing because it's math rock. The result is fucking artwork. It's worth watching for the act alone, but math rock is like one of those, it's such a unique style. And they use it so well to create like this groovy alien sounding banger. It's the kind of music that's like so out there that I almost expect to hear it in like the background of a Star Wars movie or game. Like how The Who is in the Jedi games. That's HU, Who. Like they do the Mongolian throat singing there. Yeah. But they're in the Star Wars games because they kind of sound alien. But Angine de poitrine kind of sounds like that too. My favorite songs, I don't know. And not because they're hard to pronounce. I just recommend checking out their live performance on KEXP, the YouTube channel. They are a genuine pleasure to watch because it's fucking weird and bizarre, But also because the guy fiddling with knobs and pedals using his bare feet is also playing a complex timed notes on a guitar and bass. It's fucking weird and neat. And I recommend that.
When did you
Rachel,
send me this video?
it's actually in Music Rex. Go ahead and look up who these are and then explain. Try to describe what they look like.
Okay, hold on. Oh, I do see the polka dots now. Okay, so I've heard nothing so far, and I'm going to try to explain this. On the left, we have picture like Pinocchio, but with an all-black polka dot suit, and if his face was all white with polka dots.
Real quick, Rachel, you're doing so good. Continue.
And then kind of like he's wearing an upside-down triangle hat, so like the point area would be like where his head, the top of his head is, and then the wide portion of the triangle would be in the air. And that's what we have on the left hand side, playing a double. What the fuck is that?
It's a double neck guitar bass.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't think of the word neck. A double neck guitar with lots of, as Gamage said, footy pedals. On the right, you have it kind of looks like the knight who gets all of his limbs chopped off in Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Real quick, Rachel, that actually is a good description, unlike the other one.
Thank you.
Go on.
That's what I thought. But again, the whole tunic portion of the outfit would be white with black polka dots, and the helmet is going to be black with white polka dots, and then anything under the tunic is black with white polka dots. And then in the background, it just kind of looks like somebody put up wrapping paper of the same vein, where it is black with white polka dots and white with black polka dots.
Did you incidentally hear any of the music?
No, I stopped because I just wanted to describe this experience, and now I'm listening.
Sure.
Give me a sec. It is definitely alien.
Math rock's one of those things. It's fucking crazy because it's like...
I do actually already, in the brief time of what, like the brief preview, understand why you like it. Oh my god, the guy has a face.
Yeah.
Oh, and they painted their hands too. And they're not gloves.
His feet are polka dot too, and he's using his toes to like fucking turn knobs and shit.
Yeah.
Wild
okay.
experience.
So the Monty Python and the Holy Grail knight looking guy actually has a giant Squidward nose attached to the front of his face.
You could see his eyes in his mouth too.
Yeah.
Because he's like intensively staring at the other one. Because like there's a couple songs where like they have to like hit the notes at the same time, and it's like it's math rock, so it's fucking convoluted as shit. That's my recommendation for the week, other than Hot and Freddy, which you should already be listening to.
And if you're not listening to it, stop what you're doing right now and go listen to it. It's pretty fucking good.
I can't stop being obsessed. Hey Rachel, what are you listening to?
Well, right now, Engine de Poitrine. I also don't French hard enough. I love the bare feet painted with polka dots.
I know. It's fucking wild.
My song recommendation for the week is we're gonna keep a little bit. Not in like the and Freddy, like phase, I guess, but in the 80s pop resurgence phase. So I had this artist, and this comes up for me a lot on Spotify, where I'll hear a song and I'm like, oh damn, that's really good. And then when I go to add it and go explore their artist profile, I'm like, oh, I have added 6 of your songs to my playlists over the years. I clearly like enjoy you, and I've just never actually registered your name up until this moment. Debbie Dawson, spelled with 2 I's, so Debbii. And I was listening to a song called Gut Feelings, which is very much like an 80s pop style song that is really good. And then a couple other songs that I'll recommend is Solitude and Back at Your Door, which they're all really good songs, and she has kind of a swath of vibes that you can hear her go through if you listen to her music, because she starts off with a little bit more like folky country, but has blended into being more pop, which is interesting.
What was the name again?
Debbie Dawson.
Doesn't sound familiar.
But she's really good, and I highly recommend it. I would start with Gut Feelings, because that's the one that I listened to the other day that I went, oh my god, this is really good, and then realized I have liked several of her songs.
Because like how you were explaining it, were like it's one of those artists where like you keep stumbling upon songs and adding it, and it's like kind of in that genre of music. That sounds like something I should have fucking found a while ago. YouTube algorithm, you're failing me.
Get it
or
together,
I've just been
YouTube.
listening to the same one album for way too much.
And perhaps it's not YouTube's fault.
Maybe.
Well, you can, add in a little bit more slightly different 80s pop with Debbie Dawson. It's definitely, I think this particular Hot and Freddy album, do we know if it's hot or aught?
It's hot.
Okay. This particular Hot and Freddy album, I think has
Big disgrace.
some slower tones to it and some emotional themes attached, obviously. Whereas this is definitely kind of a punchy, upbeat, like more of that era of...
Hot and Freddy wasn't that slow at all. Like,
oh, really?
No.
Maybe just some of the songs that I really liked were... Because I don't think it's like a slow album at all, but there's like melancholy tones to a lot of it.
Sure. Because I feel like only the very last song is like consistently slow. Because some of them start out slow and they get like really upbeat.
Yeah, I think I'm saying the wrong words. I don't think it's slow. I think I'm thinking of like there's melancholy, deeper themes to some of the songs, so it doesn't come across as as upbeat in certain spots. Whereas this is just straight up like upbeat pop 80s.
Yeah, I'm definitely
at least for gut feelings. That's not again all of her music because she started in more of a, like I said, like folky sort of country style sometimes. But yeah, Debbie Dawson.
Yeah, that's
what I got for you. And I think that's usually how our show ends.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
If you like what you heard, or you also want to watch this video of polka dot people making really actually kind of cool music, because I kept it playing, like and subscribe on whatever your most favorite is podcasting places, and we can keep suggesting shit to you. If you want to suggest shit to us, email us at whtpah@gmail.com. That's @gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at We Have That Podcast at Home, all one long ass word. Or follow us at WHTPAH on Blue Sky. Wutpa on Blue Sky. And next week we will be tackling the wonderful and fine art of pop culture, motherfucker. I have been off-brand and slightly offensive Rachel.
I have been and still am on-brand Gamage. I'm not off-brand at all today.
And this has been We Have That Podcast at Home.
This is still We Have That Podcast at Home.
And shockingly, still, We Have That Podcast at Home. Why are you still here? Go listen to Hot and Freddy. What's wrong with you?
All right, goodbye.